Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Shake a little piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things that was got changed to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth.
He got the iPad on, don't it? I'm turning this off. It's too much noise. Yeah, you going with me.
The city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here.
You going?
Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Got a man, Bowers has it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. 5 yards on that play, and enough for a new set of downs.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Has another lane. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Hits his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and he netted some positive yards.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. Runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Johnson now on the return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. His first throw is an interception. Chuck Clark has it. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Johnson with a return here. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. From the 43. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You know, that's a tough one right there. Actually, when you're outside the pocket, because your body is going and moving laterally, it often takes the ball out of bounds just like that. That's a tough connection to make, even under the best of circumstances.
That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look at the game. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
He's got it to his running back. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And in for the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start. it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Another carry for him. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
This is complete to Neighbors. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
May not have throw on 3rd. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Dragons will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
He's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
We're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the 2nd quarter started. They start out 2nd and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, we do see this happen a good bit, don't we? Especially with better defenses in this league. When they get backed up, and they get in situational football like this where they have to get a stop, they just crank it up another notch. Stop the run on 1st, stop the pass on 2nd, and now, well, the money down. It's all about what you do on 3rd.
And that's cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Dragons parlay the interception into points. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Dragons tie things up at 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. Returns looking good so far. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Operated from the gun, here's May. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 6 yards on the play, and enough for a first. From the gun, it's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
He finds OBJ. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dragons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty. Throwing off the play fake here. He rolls to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the 27. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Gets this to Woods. And they get this down to the 28. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives them the first. They'll run it for the first time with Jaylen Warren. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be a first down. From the red zone now. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them in the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Jump off, caught by his back. He has the touchdown. 3-touchdown game for the rookie. That's pretty good in your debut season, Brock. But then you look at the clock and you see, oh, wait, we still have a whole half of football to play.
Yes, when some of that psychology comes into play, don't just be satisfied. You can look at it one of two ways. I'm satisfied with what I've done, or you look at it and go, I got another half. I can throw 3 more of these babies.
Now Boswell on to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throwing left side. Bowers has it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. May now from the gun. Neighbors with the catch. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Gets this to OBJ. And that's good for a gain of 5. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
To the air yet again, May. Called in left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect.
Touchdown! Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders tie this game at 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Johnson now on the return. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. Play action on 1st down. Oh, put some heat on this deep. Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. The Raiders get there and take him down. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Dicker connects there. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. Got a man, Bowers has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Hey, on 1st and 10. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Connection made to Beckham. And in for the touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away.
You got a potty. Am I happy? Yeah. I get to see your stinking face. What? Yeah, later today. We going later. We can get some clothes on later. We're going to go, all right?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackle made by Chuck Clark.
I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's complete to Dobbins. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give him a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Completed here to Pickens. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the Birds. So punt coming up on 4th down. It's against Belgium native Corliss Waitman with the honors. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. No return on that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. First down throw for May. Completed to his running back. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Trying to find Brock Bowers. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. Hits his running back. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for Raiders first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the air on 1st down, May. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Made out a throw on 3rd. That's caught for the first. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders now lead by 10. Carlson now to add 1 more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Calvin Austin on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. they'll come out throwing. He's on the move. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
That one's caught along the left sideline. He does it. Touchdown. The Dragons shrinking the lead some in the third. George Pickens, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt. I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He finds OBJ. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Working quickly here. 3rd down from the gun. Gets this to OBJ. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
A throw left side, caught by Neighbors. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To the air yet again, May. This is complete to Neighbors. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Raiders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. May throwing for it. He's got it to his running back. He's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Buying some time left. He's running with it. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to the well again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly for his offense to get a 1st down.
And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Brock Bowers the touchdown. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders push the lead up to 12. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Johnson now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Finds the in route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give him a 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw complete to Warren. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Flush down now to his left. 16 yards on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Finds Woods. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up 1st down. Throwing now off play action. Oh no, they get him yet again. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Raiders take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, no matter the outcome today, partner, I think we can all agree it's been very exciting watching him throw the ball. He's found the end zone 4 times, but he's now given it away 3 times as well.
Yeah, if he were a golfer, his scorecard would be fascinating because a bunch of birdies, but these bogeys and double bogeys he's got to eliminate. It's really been high risk, high reward through the air, and you never want to slow a quarterback down in that production he's found with his aggressiveness, but you've also got to find a way to turn that governor on, take a little less risk, and take care of that football.
They give it to him again. And he'll get it up to the 27. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Here's the handoff. Broke through the tackle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders moments away from their 4th win of the year. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Give now to the running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Here's a give up the middle. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Flushed out of the pocket. This one's caught. He almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They get 2 on the run, and that brings up 2nd and goal from the 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Going ground game again here. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's May. Buys time, rolling right. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And the sting of losing